Good evening and welcome to the jungle, as they say, as this one should be a good one, as the St. Joe's Marauders face up against your Timon Tigers. Sean Glinsky alongside Matt Conklin. Beautiful Friday night for basketball. How are we feeling, Matt?
Excited.
I am very excited about this one, as this one should be a very high-scoring matchup between two very good squads. And we should get a tip-off in just a few seconds. One thing I do want to mention is this one is for Paul Fitzpatrick, the late Paul Fitzpatrick. He recently passed away this past summer. Was one of our own Timon brothers. Wore number 33 for the basketball team. All around great man, great athlete, three-sport athlete. We're going to get to him a little bit later in the contest. But for now, the St. Joe's Marauders looking around. They want to get off a quick shot here.
Big X factor when Jaden Harrison has right now. He's on the bench.
Correct. No, and there's long-range shot by Glover, and he kicks off with an air ball. I'm not going to lie, the student section is very much so bumping tonight.
They're very alive tonight.
Like, that is a very packed student section. And looking around are the Tigers. That's Adam Stanishevsky in the corner. Shot, no good. As Jackson gets the rebound, Glover's going to push this one up for Joe's. He finds Greco in the corner. Greco with the shot. That's no good. Rebound, Thompson. Hands the ball off to his point guard. That's Humphrey. Now back to Thompson. Thompson looking around.
Three there, it looked like.
And Carlock driving left hand, no foul, and that's one is misses wide.
Tipped.
And there's Glover on the wing, guarded by Humphrey. He decides to drive baseline. There's Jackson across the way. Jackson, that's good. Solomon Jackson knocking that one down. And here's Humphrey now going to bring this one up.
Get it going early.
Driving, Carlock up and under. He gets stuffed. And it will be a jump ball, and Timon's going to retain possession. Right now, a 3-0 score with 6:19 left. And there's Parker on the side. Parker's going to look around. He calls out a play, controlling his offense. Picks up the dribble, gives it off to Carlock, and there's Humphrey back at it. To Parker. Parker finds some space, creates a shot, no good. Rebound, Greco. Cannot find a decent shot on that one. Odom driving, kicks it to Greco. There's Glover on the side in front of the Timon bench. Step back. Odom. That shot's no good. Stanishevsky, rebound.
Read that.
Thompson pushing the ball up. Fadeaway shot, no good. However,
Shooting foul? Let's see. It looks like they're lined up.
Personal foul number 33. Isaiah Odom.
No, it's on the floor.
KT at the line for two.
Nope.
Correction.
And this one will be on the floor as Thompson receives the inbound. And the Tigers swinging the ball around here. That's Humphrey on the logo. Humphrey gets the help from Carlock.
It's a little bit of a switch. Doubled here. Screen by Adam. Over to Rob.
Tigers trying to find a shot. Mid-range by Carlock. That's no good. And Jackson slips. Parker, left hand, off the glass. Thompson back up, and that's good. Kevin Thompson with the put-back easy money.
There we go.
Personal foul number 15. Solomon Jackson is first, team second.
You want bread, you go to the bakery. You want money, you go to bank. If you want put-back points, you go to the net, and that's what Kevin Thompson did.
Does not convert. Rob gets a rebound. I'd rather take that than a miss.
And then it goes down to the other possession, yeah.
Yep, and get another possession.
Parker looking around. Heavy contestation by Odom. And fade, no good. Board goes to Parker. Parker trying to create some space. Timon on a 3 possessions back to back to back to back right now.
We're not letting them touch the ball right now.
Humphrey looking around. He feeds it to Parker. Parker is going to go right hand here. Heavy contestion by Greco. Parker, fadeaway jumper. That falls.
Beautiful shot.
Malachi Parker does a little shimmy, shimmy, boom, boom, and creates the shot.
It was beautiful. And it seems like they're pressing Glover really hard with Humphrey on him.
Humphrey, arguably one of the best defenders for this Timon squad.
Yep.
And here's Glover. That's going to be a screen by Knox.
What a poke.
Glover falls to Knox to Odom. Shot doesn't fall. Rebound Thompson. Thompson's going to be pushing the floor.
Ooh, that was close. 3 ball. Off the back of the rim.
Thompson, I think, really tried to rush that shot. He had more creation, but he really rushed it.
They could have used some more time. Holy.
And picked off.
What a steal.
Knox couldn't get to the basket. There's
Left
Humphrey, though.
hand.
Left hand doesn't go.
Like you're saying, trying to push it. And poked again. Wow. No over and back called. Coaches are begging for it.
Jackson jacks up a 3, and that's good. A 30-second timeout will be called for St. Joe's after that one. 3:32 and only a 6-4 game. St. Joe's is up right now.
I don't know who it is on St. Joe's, but he's got some bright reddish pink shoes, and I like it.
And during this timeout, we will take the time to talk about Paul Fitzpatrick. As we began with the broadcast, he is the late Paul Fitzpatrick. He recently passed away this past summer. He is in the Timon Athletic Hall of Fame. He was a 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and baseball. And then after his Timon career, went on to play at Siena football. So D1 football. So clearly he couldn't have been that bad of a football player. I was told he was first team all Western New York his sophomore and junior year, and then all state his senior year.
Those are some great accomplishments.
So football was definitely his main sport, and we'll talk more about him as the broadcast continues. But we'll get back to the game for now.
Swinging the ball.
Carlock, good move inside, off the glass and in. That's Gooseby, but he couldn't contest the heavy Carlock. That's a shot. And that falls for Warrington.
He's had the ball a lot so far this game, and he's putting in some work right now.
Parker drives, looks around, gives it to Humphrey. Screen by Parker. Humphrey feeds the ball to Parker. Corner 3. Fall!
I think we forgot to mention that Jaden has checked in for the first time in the game.
And Glover being guarded by Humphrey. Step back for Glover. That falls. Justin Glover, a definitely key guy you have to watch out for in this offense. Looking around, there's Harrison. Harrison, contestation by Greco. Harrison, off ball. There's Humphrey with the shot. That falls!
Beautiful, beautiful.
Right now, back and forth like a seesaw. There's Jackson, corner shot. Jackson, no good. Rebound, Timon. Thompson pulls that one down. We're in 1:50 left in the first. Poked free. Glover going coast to coast with it. That falls. St. Joe's back on top with a 13-12.
It's a shootout currently.
Parker finds Harrison inside. Fade away for Harrison. Doesn't fall. Thompson, aggressive rebound.
Beautiful.
Harrison, shot. Doesn't fall. Warrington, rebound.
Oh, wow. Oh. Yeah, he had his own, I'm pretty sure.
Tigers personal foul, number 1, Jacob Humphreys. First, Steve's first.
And it looks like Gooseby will be checking out for the Marauders as number 2, Vass, comes into the game. For those of you who don't remember, the last time these two matched up was in St. Joe's. And Timon came away with that one with a 3-point shot by Jacob Humphrey with 3 seconds left to call the game. And Glover Gets
wow,
the double
that was
team.
close.
Parker
That
takes
was
that
deep.
one. Parker.
Ooh.
And no goaltending call. Thompson.
Deep shot.
Long range three. Jackson rebound. Jackson trying to break this pressure.
That's
There's
tough.
Humphrey on the floor.
No
Doesn't
kick.
go.
His kick's only defensive. I'm pretty sure, correct? Oh, they got Jacob wide down.
Humphrey, easy lay. .38 seconds remaining in the first here.
Great first quarter from both sides.
Jackson couldn't get by Parker. There's Vass on the side, covered by Thompson. Look around, he finds his point guard Glover. Glover's gonna drive, left hand. No good, Jackson rebound. Jackson to the net. There's Glover, wide open look. Doesn't connect, 15 seconds. Tigers, long range pass to Carlock. To the net, right hand, using his body, and Rob Carlock going to the line, shooting two.
Way to be aggressive.
Rob Carlock absolutely went to the basket on that one and used all of his body on it. Carlock's going to now be shooting two here for the Tigers. And here's the shot. Doesn't connect, as it will remain a 14-13 game.
Parker checked out for Adam.
Stanishevsky back in the game. Also, Jackson will be checking out, as I do believe Knox has checked back in for the Marauders here. Here's Carlock with his second. That doesn't fall either. 0 for 2 at the line, Rob Carlock. And poked free by Humphrey, but it will remain Marauders basketball with 6 seconds remaining.
Defense is just amazing from Jacob.
5 seconds to go. There's Vass dribbling up the court. He finds Warrington. Warrington, last second shot, no good. So Timon takes the first quarter with a score of 14-13.
Let's welcome your Timon cheerleaders.
So this one, as we said before, not so much high scoring right now, but a good contest. What are you looking for here in the second quarter?
Keep attacking. Feet inside. It seems like that's where they're going. I noticed on one of those possessions that Joe's had 4 guys outside, one on one wing, I think one in the middle, and the other wing, and then one in the corner, and they have 1 man inside. So it seems like they're looking for that 3 ball right now, but that's just from my perspective.
Yeah, no, for sure. I totally agree with that. And also I feel like the possessions after possessions after possessions, I mean like that one, getting those offensive rebounds really do help this squad, especially 2 big bodies like Thompson and Carlock. Those are big key guys that can get those offensive rebounds. So even good shot selections, they know that they have a chance to get the rebound if they do miss because of the dominant presence of Thompson and Carlock down low.
Great job, ladies.
Like that, I think we held the ball for almost a minute there. We didn't seem like we were looking for a shot until we had it. We weren't forcing anything. It looked very well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of this one for sure. And also at halftime, stick around because we're gonna have a memorial presentation of Paul for the late Paul Fitzpatrick. And so you don't want to miss that one. That's going to be at halftime, about 4 minutes or so, right after the second quarter buzzer break. And here are the Marauders. They're going to swing the ball around. There's Vass in the corner. Wide open shot. He decides to drive, and that's good. And St. Joe's really using all their bench right now, as they've had 4 substitutions off their bench. And almost a picked off by Grable. There's Carlock, free throw line jump shot. Doesn't go. Rebound. Great job by Stanishevsky to crash the boards. Thompson.
That's a grown man. I would not stand in his way moving like that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do that either. Kev Thompson, very aggressive play, very physical body out there. And looking around is Glover. Glover's driving.
And a foul on.
I do believe Timon and Jacob Humphreys really saying like, hey man, he's really giving me the forearm, the push-off kind of look. And I mean like,
They gotta call it both ways. You know
all
what I'm
high
saying?
school point guards do that. But like if it's blunt,
super obvious,
yeah.
then you gotta, you know.
If it's very like noticeable. And good poke free by Humphrey.
He's just ripping everything out.
Humphrey definitely quick with his hands. Has many steals on the year.
I don't know. How many does he average a game? Do we know?
I forgot to do the stat sheets today. I'm going to be honest.
It's on you.
Yeah, no, it is on me. I had a very busy Friday.
I didn't.
Well, maybe you should have.
You're the senior. You should have more study hours.
Fair
than me.
enough. And we'll return to this one. As Vass inbounds the ball and the Marauders are underway here. Just under a minute underway here in the second quarter, as that's Warrington driving. He kicks out to Glover. Glover, long range three. Doesn't go for him. Rebound. Great play by Staniszewski.
Way to be aggressive. Fighting for that ball.
He did that against the Franny's game last Friday. He ricocheted off the guy's like thigh, shin, knee, something like that, and it just rolls out. So really heads-up play there by Staniszewski. And good look there.
What a feed.
Speaking of number 5, also with the pretty assist to KT as he goes to the rim. Tigers back up on top. And there's Vess looking around. He's going to give it to Knox. Knox finds Glover. And good poke free by Humphrey. Really getting his hands into the passing lanes in this one. Glover kicks it to Knox. Knox, 3-ball. Doesn't go. Carlock, rebound. Tigers really pushing up the floor in this one. Thompson gets it. Staniszewski, corner. Tigers looking to swing the ball around in this one.
Out of that trap, feed it. Rob, mid-range.
Doesn't go. Thompson, rebound.
We're getting everything right now.
Harrison doesn't go for him.
The bounce. And another rebound by the Tigers.
Thompson, 3. Doesn't go. I don't even feel as though the Tigers are forcing shots.
No,
I feel as though they're just having some tough misses. And no travel called there. However, Timon gets the ball.
That was close to going in.
Harrison driving. And that's a block. And Jaden Harrison will be going to the line. And Jaden Harrison, a question mark next to his name tonight. But as we just saw, he is out there with the knee brace on and is going to work. Jaden Harrison, my oh my. I mean, just such a dominant player. When he touches the floor, everybody knows who he is. And it's just one of those super impactful players. As Staniszewski checks out here with a two-handed fist bump from Coach Rowe as he was leaving the court. So Coach Rowe probably just wanted to give him a little bit of a breather as Parker checks back into the game. And that's no good. So it'll be...
from where we're sitting, I think that was off of a...
I thought so too, but, I mean, they're always going to push the issue.
Yep.
And a little bit of a pressure here by the Tigers. Marauders beat it.
Pressure is good.
There's Grable to Warrington.
I think this is the first time Glover's been out of the game for the Marauders.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't do that a lot when they were at Joe's. As Greco's on the floor, fighting for it.
Jump ball.
That'll be a jump ball.
Tigers ball.
Tigers ball. Yep, there you have it.
So great physical play not to give up on that one. And that's maybe something that the Tigers really are focusing on in this one. Their physicality aspect. Because they got a lot of big bodies, a lot of big dudes out there who can do some physical work.
And we played against some guys who are very tall.
Indeed. Parker, step back. No good. Greco rebound. Going to push this one up here for the Marauders. Warrington thought about a shot. Marauders swinging the ball around.
I think we switched back to a man defense. just lower in, I think, a zone, but I'm not sure.
Maybe. As Harrison drives, Harrison mid-range shot. That falls.
Right in his face.
Oh, that was funny. Kevin Thompson
He
is
was
sitting in the corner
with his
saying, "Give me it,
hands out."
give me it, give me it." And Harrison does it on his own. As speaking of scoring, there's Odom cut into the lane.
And one opportunity
Tigers
here.
personal foul, number
Blocking
13,
foul
Robert
on
Carlock is
Rob.
first. Team fourth. Basket is good. Odom at the line for the extra.
So Odom's going to head to the line for this one. Isaiah Odom is a junior. He's 6'2" and 138.6 pounds. And 4:17 left in the second quarter. Our score clock keeps, or our score camera keeps getting moved for whatever reason. And shot no good.
Doesn't get the bounce there. Haven't been
And
getting
Greco
many
getting
lucky bounces
pressured.
tonight.
Grable driving. He finds Warrington. 3-shot. That falls. Back to a tied game.
Timeout, Coach Rowe.
Timeout, Tigers. 2:30. After tonight's game, the Tigers
And
return
20 to 20
Nichols on Thursday, February 3rd.
is the score for this
Canisius
one.
On February
with
8th. Both
3:54.
doubleheaders start with JV at 5. Cloudline Varsity at 6:30. Additional info will be on all social media.
So I'm very excited once again for this one. Like this like I looked forward to all Friday. I mean, last Friday, St. Francis at St. Francis.
In their
Then
house.
back-to-back Fridays, we get another good matchup for tonight.
Yeah. Adds to the excitement. And we had a home game. Was it Tuesday?
Tuesday against
Tuesday
Cardinal
against
O'Hara,
Cardinal
which
O'Hara.
we beat them.
I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, we know.
And next on our schedule after that will be Nichols here, and then Canisius the 8th. Nichols will be on the 3rd. And then after that, we'll go on a little two-games away. One at St. Mary's and one against Tapestry. And we're back here against St. Francis.
Then we're away at Card.
And one last game against Cardinal O'Hara, and that will be our season.
So back to action in this one as there's Humphrey on the logo. 10 seconds to shoot here on the shot clock. And tip pass doesn't go. Marauders pushing the ball up. There's Greco. Blocked by Carlock.
Football pass, baseball, football pass, and what you call it.
Humphrey, no good. Rebound, tough for Thompson to handle. And there's Glover drawing the double team. That's
out of
knocked
that
to
early
Greco. To Odom. Odom going to the rim. That falls.
It's the bounce there.
And now it's for 2.
They seem to be putting a little bit of a press on Jacob, but that's not going to stop him.
And they also put like one of their slower guys in Odom on him. And there's Parker. Wide open look from range. No.
A little bit short.
Odom, wide open look himself.
Great closeout.
Doesn't fall. Carlock rebound.
Kevin pushing the floor. Oh,
2:35 left in the second quarter. Humphrey, good look.
That's
Falls.
2 for 2 for 3, I believe, on the night for Jacob Humphrey.
I mean, he's not a shooter, but like he makes sure when he gets a good look, he knocks it down. And Coach Rowe making the excuse that he had ball.
I believe that was a jump ball.
Tigers personal foul, number 13, Robert Carlock is second. Team's 5th.
So this is going to be Glover at the line. A 1-point game, 23-22. Tigers up right now.
And Alvin checking in.
And that's no good for Glover.
Checking in for Rob. Giving a little breather.
Man, I still can't believe how many students are here.
It's a full house tonight, and I am very happy about it.
And that's no good again for Glover as Alvin gets the rebound. Alvin Munn.
6'5", right? 6'5",
Something like
6'6".
that. I mean, he's a big boy down there.
Screen from Alvin. Screen from.
Yeah, 6'5", 230. I mean, that's more of a D tackle kind of spot than a center spot.
Feeding
As
him.
there's
He's
Munn.
got Glover on him. No foul call. Little short on that one.
To the net. Blocked by Thompson!
Pushing the floor out to Harrison for three.
Falls!
That's good.
Student section is bouncing right now. Knox trying to match it. No good. Greco rebound. Finds Odom for the look.
That's no good.
Doesn't fall. And Tigers basketball.
I don't think it's the hats. My ears hurting these things every time, bro.
You get used to them. I've been doing this since freshman year, man. You get used to them. Not looking forward to saying goodbye to doing this, man. It's going to be tough. Senior night, my last call, is going to be tough.
And that'll be against Franny's, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
So it should be a good one for the last call. And Thompson knocks down mid-range. 28-22. 1:13 left in the second. Glover, step back. Three.
Wow.
No good. Thompson rebound. Thompson pushing up the floor here. Dribble move. Driving. Dishes to Adam. To Parker. Parker. Harrison drives.
Ooh.
Kicks it to Munn. Back to Harrison.
That's good. What a strange sequence of events there.
So unorthodox, yet so perfect.
That was amazing.
40 seconds left in this one. Glover trying to communicate with his team. Can't hear anything. And Odom's shot is good. So no shot clock here for the Tigers, as 30 seconds is still in action for this one. Tigers trying to get across half, and they do. That's Stanishevsky in the corner. He kicks it to Thompson. Screen by Munn. Parker, rip through, baseline drive. Syke kicks it. Harrison.
Psyche said.
Munn.
Ellen!
Big Al. Glover, dribble move. Looking around. And travel! Tigers got 4.4 seconds. 32-25. 4 seconds remaining in this one. Parker inbounds it. Where's he gonna go? Harrison. Harrison, get across half. Shot, no good. As that looked good coming out of his hand, but that's gonna be the end of the first one. I am so very excited for the second here.
I am pumped.
32-25. So stay tuned for the second half. Also stay tuned for halftime as we honor the late Paul Fitzpatrick.
A real quick announcement too, folks. We got some people blocked in the back that need to get to work. We have 2 license plates. The first one is JRH1155, and the other one is DFH90MIN. You can move those cars, that would be great and help us out a lot. I know it's a very crowded night. Thank you for your cooperation.
Just waiting for the team, folks. We had a pretty good first half there. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out here tonight. My name is Paul Crowley. I've been the voice of the Timon Tigers now for about 10 years. I graduated here in 1994, and I loved every second of it. I grew up about 2 blocks from this spot right here, and I knew I was going to Timon from day one. I loved this place. I loved everything about it. My father went here, my brother, my uncles. Another reason why I wanted to come here is because I wanted to play football for Coach FITZ and Coach Comerford. And when I got here, I finally got that opportunity my junior and senior year. Problem was I was a terrible football player. And I didn't get to play too much, but when I was here, I had an opportunity to get very close with the water boy on that team, who was Paul FITZ Jr. He was a scrappy, freckled, redheaded kid who was at every single practice, worked his butt off from the time he was in 6th grade. He was starting at St. Agatha's on the baseball and basketball team. But when he got to Timon, he wasn't handing out water anymore, that's for sure. He was one of the greatest athletes to ever play here during a time when this place was great. FITZ was on the baseball team, he was the captain of the basketball team, but he shined on the gridiron. He was all Catholic his junior and senior year, all Western New York his senior year, and he was the best receiver to ever play in this school, and it's no question about it. Thank you. These beautiful seats that you're seeing right here didn't used to be here when Paul played here. Remember the terrible wood seats that used to be here? I think FITZ had the record for diving through the most of them, that's for sure. He played his butt off every time he was on this court. If you were a teammate of FITZ, you knew how hard he worked. For as great as he was always the hardest worker too. I can remember going to the Gus Macker and watching FITZ and his friends play, and Charlie and Fran and Nick and all of them. They looked like they were in a horror movie when they were done. The scrapes all over them, they were dirty, they were nuts. They loved to play. They played harder than anybody. And I loved to watch. You know, FITZ and I became very good friends later in life too, because we played in places like the Ward and the Valley, Tosh, here. He was an unbelievable athlete, and he was an unbelievable talent. And I'm going to miss him a real lot. The last time I saw him, he was driving his car, or excuse me, I was driving my car, he was walking his dog. It was like any other day seeing FITZ. What's up? How's your dad? How's your sister? Yankees stink, all that kind of good stuff. But you know, the last time I saw him, he said, you know, you should really come back and play in the Ward. You know, we miss you. Yeah, FITZ, I'll play. But I think for him, I'm going to have to come back and play next year. I want to thank Mrs. Fitzpatrick Jenny, Carrie, Molly for giving me this opportunity to come out here and speak tonight. Your brother was the best Timon Tiger that ever lived, and your dad was a pretty close second. I love you guys, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Oh, one more thing. Fitz was an amazing teammate, and a lot of the officers that he worked with are in the house tonight. A lot of guys from the underwater rescue team, a lot of the detectives and the patrolmen that he was on the streets with. Thank you all for your service, and thank you. Thank you, Paul. All right, Dave Ryan's going to come up next. Here's another Timon legend, Dave Ryan, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you again for coming. Tonight's goal is a fundraiser to have a scholarship in Paul's name to carry on his legacy. Everyone here who is in attendance, we appreciate you coming out to support Paul and his family. We have a party at Doc Sullivan's after this from 8 to 10. Again, any money that we raise tonight will be a scholarship for students to come and attend Bishop Timon to carry on his legacy of hard work, dedication, and kindness. I'm going to turn it over to Matt Weiser. We have 2 jerseys framed, one for the family and one for the school up in the foyer.
Thanks, Dave. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the generous donations. It's been incredible to watch everything come together in honor of FITZ and to benefit our students. This school is built on what you see right here. It's pretty incredible. COVID has made it a little more difficult to get all of you back in here, but it's awesome to have this place packed right now. I know these guys love it. We love it. The kids love it. To the Fitzpatricks, we're happy we can do this for you guys. He was an awesome guy. We're happy that we can honor him. Hopefully it helps you. The jerseys are for you. One you get to take home. The other will hang in the foyer. We have a number 20 for Mr. Fitzpatrick. So they'll be next to each other for the rest of time. So again, thank you all. Again, we'll see you over at Docs. Keep raising the money. Last time I checked, scholarship fund was in over 13,000. So you guys are awesome. Keep that up. Help our students out. Keep Paul's memory going. Thank you so much. Go Tigers.
Thanks, Coach. Great job. All right, we got one more person. We got Jenny Fitz is going to come up here. You'll always be Jenny Fitz to me. She's going to have a little something to say, too.
On behalf of our family, we'd like to thank the FITZ 33 committee, especially John Sullivan, Dave Ryan, Eric Bowen, Tommy Cowan, and Doc Sullivans, Lynn Gannon, Bishop Timon St. Jude, BJ Ryan, Lisa Ellis, Matt Weiser, Ron Bertovich, Principal Jim Newton, donors, sponsors, our family, and countless friends. The past 5 months and 5 days have been the hardest days of our lives. Without Paul physically here with us has been gut-wrenching. Somehow we are managing, even on the toughest of days, because of people that have known and loved Paul by keeping his memory and legacy alive. And that is such a comfort to us. Timon meant a lot to Paul, as did my father. Anyone who knows him can attest to the fact that Paul would play with all heart. He made the greatest friends at Timon and even made close friends with competitors because of his passion. He was referred to by a friend as being the toughest kid in the room with the biggest heart, a hero, a brother, a one-of-a-kind guy, a fierce protector. Like we are hurting, we know that Paul's friends are missing him and saddened by his passing as well. It's incredible to us how much Paul has meant to everyone and that his friends want to keep his spirit alive through this scholarship. We are so proud of Paul and filled with joy that young men will be able to walk these halls, be a Tiger, make the most amazing friends, and become successful. Our hope is that Paul is an example in both life and death of kindness, generosity, empathy, selflessness, and also a wake-up call that mental health needs to be addressed and talked about. We wish Paul would have expressed how he was feeling. He always worried about everyone else and didn't want to burden anyone with his sadness or pain. It's not a weakness to feel sad, alone, afraid, or to cry, or to say, I love you. It shows amazing strength to open up, to talk, to ask for help. We wish Paul did. Please check on your friends and loved ones. If you are struggling, please confide in someone. Know you're not alone. Paul had so much life and love in him. To never see him play basketball or softball again, play wiffle ball at family gatherings, hearing him laugh, dancing with him at a wedding, celebrating his successes, or watching him witness his nieces and nephews' achievements, or just seeing him strolling around the neighborhood walking bird, it breaks our hearts. Please seek help. Find a hobby that you're passionate about. Be kind to yourself and talk about how you feel. Thank you again to everyone that made this scholarship happen. We can feel Paul here tonight through the love in this school that he loves so much. Thank you.
On behalf of the Tigers, thanks everyone. Great job.
Well, you can't put it in your pocket. I don't know what you want to take it up there and we'll grab it after or something? Yeah. Some things never change, right? You got the biggest night in 10 years. I'll hand them to you.
And welcome back as we are returning from the very emotional halftime break. I mean, Paul Fitzpatrick, what a legacy he had here at Timon and what he left. I mean, such an incredible, incredible man for sure, and people keep saying that. I mean, we focus in the first half his accomplishments here, but throughout the second half, we'll discuss on his accomplishments and his lifestyle after his time here at Timon. But his life definitely had big impacts here at Timon, and Timon definitely meant a lot to him. And there's Jackson for St. Joe's opening up the second half. A really good half by both sides, I feel like, in the first. I mean, both getting really good looks, but knocking down shots was a tough thing for both sides. And that's a foul. So Kev Thompson going to the line.
And again, is Jaden on the floor?
I
don't. Where's he on the bench?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is on.
He is on the floor. Malachi
I see him
Parker.
there.
Yeah, Malachi Parker taking the seat to start the second half. And that's something great. I mean, when Timon's a fully healthy team, even with Harrison with his knee, I mean, this team is very, very skilled and just an all-around crazy, crazy team to begin with. I mean, I always joke around with him because he's one of my best friends, Adam Stanishevsky. That 6-man role that he plays, he knows he's not the top-of-the-line sort of guy. But, I mean, him coming in as a guy who didn't play last year but picks up a role that Rob Carlock almost had last year with Jaden and Thompson at the 4-5 last year.
Yep.
Now Rob at that picking up that spot for Jaden. But you know what? You pick up that spot with Stanishevsky coming off the bench. So it's all about a constant rotation year after year, and Coach Rowe does a fantastic job
Adam's
recruiting
just a
guys
great
here.
Overall athlete at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 3-sport athlete.
He's great at baseball, great at soccer.
And then a solid basketball player, too, for sure. As Jackson knocks down his second bucket of the half, right now 5 points already in the second here for Jackson.
Lost the ball.
Knox rolling around on the ground. He finds Odom. A 34-30 game. There's Greco in the corner. Greco shot. Doesn't fall. Thompson rebound. Thompson is going to force this one. He stops. Pops. Open shot. Connects.
Nothing but net.
Gets the rebound and just takes his time, almost kind of like a LeBron. I mean, he takes his time, dribbles, 3-point line. He'll look, shot, that smooth, that easy.
I'm not going to lie. I think Kevin's a little bit better than LeBron. It's close. But
Oh, wow. And great pass by Glover as he finds, wow.
That was beautiful.
Slick passing there by Glover. I mean, that's definitely a guy for St. Joe's that's
their go-to.
That's 100% their go-to. That's their guy. I mean, him being a senior this year, just recently got his 1K. I mean, all-around great player and great athlete.
Nice teardrop from Jaden.
And here come the Marauders, down by 6. 5:53 left in the third here. Student section still up, still rowdy. Humphrey pokes this one free. There's
Nice
Thompson
pass.
to the lane. Spin move, left hand, baby hook, no good.
That's Yep.
And yeah,
Great correction. Exactly.
Coach Howie was not having that.
He
If
was-
you saw,
he
Coach
was
Howard
about to
Washington
run
got
onto
up
that
right away
ball.
and went right over. I mean, I do believe, just by his mannerism in practice that I hear, and even his mannerisms in game, that Howard Washington could be a head coach. And there's Hayerson for
Jaden.
3!
That knee ain't stopping him.
Jackson testing his luck. No good.
Jaden was hopping around in homeroom this morning.
Yeah, and that's something that really, was a question mark once again.
What do we got here?
Shooting 2. Jaden Harrison, physicality level to the max on that one. And as you mentioned before, him hopping around in homeroom
Yeah, he was
to
just jumping around.
later that night, cutting through a St. Joe's heavy pressure defense. And he doesn't connect on the first. But yeah, Harrison, as we said earlier in the broadcast, big question mark next to his name. Almost ruled as doubtful for this one. but he comes out in warm-ups. Last guy, 2 out of warm-ups, coming out of the tunnel onto the court for warm-ups. And the student section just erupted. And Harrison does connect on the second there, so 1 for 2 at the line on that trip. As the Marauders try to answer the hot start here by Timon, and they do with that shot as Knox gets the open look in the corner and crushes that one through. Carlock looking around. He'll give it off to Humphrey. And there's pressure by Glover right at half court. Still pressure by Glover. Humphrey, shot, open look, connects. Glover was too busy worrying about the ref with the 5-second call.
And no offensive foul. Kicks it corner. Driving. And
Solomon Jackson, no good. As picked off by Greco. Greco to the lane. Glover, long range shot, doesn't connect. Thompson rebound. Thompson pushing the ball up here for the Tigers. Calls for Harrison. Harrison to the lane. Back out to Thompson.
Pass.
Jab. Drives.
Double team. And that sails away.
And Coach Rowe's face on that one just kind of grabs the ball and was like, really, dude? Was that your best decision? Was that the best decision? And Coach Rowe is all about that, making the smart and good decision.
Simple basketball.
Exactly. I mean, he knows what it feels like to play in big games, to really simplify the game, as that one's no good for Jackson. However, he picked it free from Harrison.
Make up for your mistakes.
Harrison to the lane, or Jackson to the lane, no good. And that one is going to be off on St. Joe's, or off on Timon. A 45-36 game, 3:48 left in the third quarter.
What are they saying?
I think that's a newer one.
Wow.
And there's Knox. Marauders swinging around the ball. There's a drive by Odom. Right hand blocked by Kev Thompson.
But foul on
Oh.
Jaden. I think that would have been his 3rd or 4th block.
Oh, I was going to say, because, like, Thompson slammed that one down.
Sent it into another planet.
Yeah, that one's still rolling on McKinley Parkway. As St. Joe's goes to the line for the first time in the third. And some noise from the student section trying to distract Odom. And Odom brushes his off and connects on the first. So that's Odom making 1 of 1 so far. Shot.
No good. Rebound, Carlock. Looking into the surroundings.
Carlock trying to find somebody.
Oh.
Pass doesn't go. Coach Rowe trying to call a timeout. Greco slides. Travel.
Caught a break there.
And here comes the Tigers showing the pressure. And Knox and Odom check out as Warrington.
Humphrey, is he going to go coast to coast? Nope.
No, he gets fouled. And he gets fouled hard, like in the face sort of thing.
Ouch.
And Warrington and Vass come in for the Marauders. So Marauders trying to give the Tigers a different look here, as the Tigers are up by 8. There's Harrison, mid-range, no good. Rebound, Carlock pokes it free. Greco. Greco keeps this one in for the Marauders. There's Vass, jab, drive to the net, floater, no good.
Defense by Adam. Way to keep your
He just stood there. That's all he did. And sometimes that's all you have to do is just be present.
If what's number 2's name?
Vass?
If he were to run into him, that would have been a charge.
Charge
no
for sure.
doubt.
Thompson, fade, Fortune, doesn't go. Harrison, rebound, glass, no good.
Good looks all around right now. Just some of them aren't falling. Timeout. Oh,
Tech foul.
I thought he gave him a timeout, but.
And he's really getting into this one.
And we'll send Kevin Thompson to the line.
I mean, Kevin Thompson, I would send to the line too to make these. right now, Coach Washington reminding his team just to stay within themselves. Because right now, Joe's is all over the place. Joe's is complaining about calls, too worried about what Timon is doing on offense and not what they're doing wrong on defense.
Yep.
I mean, they're really trying to force possessions, and Timon's just taking advantage of their mistakes and are just running with it.
Timon, the team seems very calm right now, extremely, especially moving the ball around. They're being very aggressive on rebounds.
And Kevin Thompson makes them pay.
And I guess that's how technicals, they keep the ball too?
Yeah.
Ouch, that hurts.
So the thing is that I feel as though a team runs through its coach, and if the coach loses it, then maybe your team starts to lose it a little bit more. But in this one, the team's losing it, and the coach kind of followed them.
He's shaking his head right now.
Yeah, he's just not having it. And I don't know if it's because of the presence in the jungle or what's going on.
That makes a huge difference. Kevin
Thompson up and under.
tried a little circus layup there, but that didn't fall.
There's
pushed him to
Glover.
the floor. Nice crossover.
Jackson finds Vass. Vass. He connects. That is a 47-40 game, 2:15 left. And there's Carlock.
Sticky hands.
To the right and is good. Rob Carlock with the finish. And Humphrey almost getting a hand into that one and poking it free.
Sticking his hand in the cookie jar.
Glover drives, kicks it to Warrington. Warrington couldn't find it. There's Greco. Corner three. Doesn't connect. Parker rebound.
Almost got that one stolen.
And there's Humphrey to Thompson. Out on Jackson. So will remain Tigers basketball. And tough pass there. Jackson to the hoop and slams it home.
Way to get up there. And something wrong with the clock? What's going on here?
I'm not too sure. I thought he blew his whistle to call another technical on the coach because you could hear him from up here.
What's going on here?
And I wonder what's going on in the clock department on this one. Right now on the board, it's 1:34 left in the third, with Timon up 49-42.
What you doing down there, Coach Nick? I don't know.
Not sure quite exactly what happened, but we'll continue playing this one. Tigers swinging the ball around. Harrison finds Parker at the top. Parker calling for a little bit of help there. Tries to go by himself. Can't concede, or can't do it.
And stolen by Parker. Or not
Spin
Parker,
move by
Humphrey.
Harrison. Slows things down.
That might have been an over and back. I'm not sure.
And
Stolen.
Jackson driving coast. Blocked by... Oh!
That's all ball. That is all ball.
Oh, my.
Ow.
I'm up in my chair right now, dude. That is ridiculous. Wow. I thought he got all ball on that, really smacked that one.
That was all ball.
I mean, I got up on my chair for that. I mean, Kevin's blocks excite me because they're so powerful and the way he comes down. And I mean, it's just something that you don't see from all players that play this game. But Thompson can't get all ball on that one, apparently, as Greco checks out and Odom checks back in for the Marauders. And that's Jackson that goes 2 for 2.
And what's going
And
on?
quick substitution as Knox comes in for Joes for Warrington, and
Adam.
Stanishevsky comes in for Humphrey.
I think that's his first break of the game.
Humphrey has been playing all the games so far this year. I mean, he's not a scoring point guard, but he's a
good leader.
He's a leading point guard, exactly.
I mean, we have a lot of leadership, especially from
Harrison driving, left hand, pretty
Ooh.
shot, no good.
Oh, Adam.
Great rebound. And good job
Wow.
by Parker to let that one free. 49 seconds left. 49-44. Your Tigers are up. And trying to break out of the inbound here. There's Karlock. Stanishevsky looking around. He finds Parker. Tigers swinging the ball around. Vass, heavily contention.
Oh.
And Harrison. And Harrison felt the pressure too much on that one, and a little bit of a slippery pass there. Yeah. 35.6 left in the third quarter. 49-44.
Glover carrying it up. Interesting screen
by Vass there. Yeah, you saw that too. Jackson jacks up a three.
That's
no good. Knox rebound. Can't handle it.
Goes through his legs.
Glover, long range shot. Doesn't connect. 10 seconds here for the Tigers. Coach Rowe and the crew calling out plays. Screen by Karlock. Parker still has the ball.
Ooh.
Glover picks it free. Shot, no good. So, good job in that quarter of really controlling the speed of the game. Because let's be honest here. Even though it's only a 5-point game, I mean, it feels like Timon has so much control in this one.
They have honestly dominated, especially carrying the ball. It seems like Joe's has scored a lot on fast breaks.
And, I mean, St. Joe's is just frustrated. And that's putting it nicely. I mean, coach getting a tech, the team giving open looks. Because even that one time, Glover wanted the 5-second call, didn't get it, led to a wide open shot from Humphrey.
He looked like you got to continue to play no matter what.
I've always have said, and I've always, as a player myself, for any sport, play to the whistle or play till the official makes a call. And right now, the Marauders are kind of trying to control what the officials only themselves can control. And, I mean, the officials can make an impact in the game.
Extreme.
However, I feel as though for both sides, they've let some calls go. They've let some calls be called. I mean, right now, no complaints.
Nothing is ever perfect.
Exactly. And I feel as though, like I said, they're doing a consistent job on both sides. As we are underway here in the fourth quarter, 5-point lead for your Tigers. And there's Thompson receiving the pass to the lane. And Kev Thompson going to the line shooting two. And Knox will be going to the line. Or Knox making the foul, and Thompson will be going to the line. And Kevin Thompson at the line. That's Amari Knox, the 6'2", 220 senior. And not a huge impact, more or less a role player for this Marauder squad. As Kevin Thompson knocks down his first. And Butterflies are up in the student section. And those always help as he goes 2 for 2 at the line. There's Odom. Odom trying to find somebody. He finds Jackson.
That was a nice catch. Reach in.
And
Harrison, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, Harrison got.
I think he tried to go for the rip or
I
the
thought,
jump ball.
yeah, because like sometimes you try and go like underneath it or like behind it and try to like maybe rip it or even still get a jump ball call. And that one just didn't go the Tigers' way. As here's the inbound pass for the Marauders. Glover, step back, looking around. Back inside, Glover.
And one call.
Great move there.
That was I'm more focused on that pass. I was right on the money.
That was just a good play and all. I mean, Glover thought about a step back, didn't like the situation, gave it off to his guy, Jackson, and then Jackson fires a bullet right through his chest, and Glover will be going to the line for an and one opportunity after this timeout. So back to this game, like I said, in all, a very close contest between records, between schools. Timon has already gone 1-0 on this team.
Always a shootout.
So Timon's going to look to go 2-0 here. But back to our FITZ 33 game. Paul Fitzpatrick, the late Paul Fitzpatrick. So as we mentioned before, we're going to talk more about his life after Timon. So Paul was a Buffalo cop, part of the underwater rescue team. He was also a detective. His father actually was a legendary coach here. His number 20 hangs in the hallways here. And then also three siblings in Jenny, Carrie, and Molly. Also Mrs. Fitz in attendance for tonight. So whole family's here, all for a good cause to honor the late Paul Fitzpatrick. And Glover connects. So is now back to a 4-point game as Timon pushes up the floor here. Carlock slowed it down.
Time.
There's a double team.
Didn't push the tempo, just played it straight.
And Warrington pleading his case, but remaining Tigers basketball. And Humphrey trying to find a pass, does to Thompson. Thompson stuck in the corner. Rip through to the drive.
Ouch.
Fouled.
He's okay.
Thompson. Big body.
Went down a little hard there.
I mean, big body down there, and he just goes to work. And that's what I like about Kev Thompson. He can pull it out for a shot, but he also has that physicality, that strength that, in my opinion, he didn't have last year. And he, over the offseason, really grew into this two-way player of a shooter and the physicality down low, and that's why Kev Thompson is going to play Division II basketball.
I think he'll be very good for DUville.
As it looks like Alvin Munn will be checking in.
For Malachi.
And here's Thompson on the second. And he connects. So Thompson at the line tonight, I believe, has hit them all.
100% from the line.
And there's Knox trying to find Glover, and he does. Glover driving.
Ooh,
kicks it to Jackson. Jackson, 3-ball. No good. Munn, rebound. Munn was hurt for a while, a good majority of the season, but came back in that St. Francis game. Also didn't play Tuesday against Cardinal due to injury, but now he's back on the court.
Had a big and one play, I believe, against the
Red Raiders,
Red
yeah.
Raiders. And
Carried.
Carried.
And I mean, Munn just adds to this team even more. I mean, he's not the fastest guy. He's not another shooter. He's a big man that can get you big buckets, and you can almost kind of like feed him, and hopefully he can get rebounds later on in the games.
We're a little bit of a smaller team, but we're very good.
Glover finds Jackson to Odom. Odom doesn't connect. Harrison rebound. And I really want to know how Jaden Harrison's knee is holding up. I mean, that's been a big thing all game, is Harrison and his health, even before the game, as we keep mentioning in the broadcast.
Him all week.
Yeah.
If he's playing or not.
Humphrey drives. Backboard. No good. Rebound. Carlock. Carlock. Mid-range. No good.
That was a good move to create some separation.
Lob to Jackson. Can't control it. Jackson underneath, and that goes.
I don't think you should be throwing a lob like that.
Vass liked the look. I mean, you never know.
It was all right, but.
And timeout, Coach Rowan, the crew, as a 4-point game is continued here in the jungle. I mean, both teams going back and forth, getting good looks, taking good shots, and it's been a 4-point game for a while now. 5:49 left in the fourth quarter. One more foul away, and Tigers will be in the in the bonus section.
It's been a shootout since the beginning of the game.
I can't wait for this one to be over with and said and done, because even no matter who comes out on top, this will be a crazy, crazy game. And for Monsignor Martin standings, this will be a crazy game too. I mean, right now sitting at the top of the conference is Canisius. And Canisius is just a powerhouse of a team. I mean, Declan Ryan, Shane Sircone. I mean, that crew over there just knows what they're doing, and Coach Husband is a phenomenal coach for the Crusaders. It's going to be a tough matchup when they come to town versus the Tigers here. I mean, Tigers only lost by 10 last time, and that was without Stanishevsky. So we'll see how that goes, but also big impact here playing in the jungle.
Yeah, it'll get you a couple points.
That and also opening up in the Monsignor Martin play against the powerhouse at the powerhouse's court. It's definitely intimidating. A lot of new guys to the Monsignor Martin, such as Harrison, Parker, and Humphrey. And, I mean, just the physicality of the Monsignor Martin. And Coach Rowe pleading his case.
Yeah.
I mean, Humphrey was getting shoved a lot there.
Yeah, they're picking on him a little bit.
I'm going to be honest. Humphrey is a very quiet player out there. I mean, he leads by example, but he doesn't lead with his voice. As Thompson trying to draw the charge. So Jackson going to the line in this one. And if he makes this one, it's going to be a 1-point game. So here's Jackson with the shot, trying to convert the and one. Jackson is long on the free throw, and it will stay a 2-point game. Tigers really need a bucket in this one. There's Parker over to Thompson. Parker, 3-ball.
That's
connects! Glover pushing it to Jackson, to Greco. Glover doesn't connect. There's Humphrey. The easy lay for Harrison. That's good.
Way to push the floor.
And now Joes back on offense. Very fast-paced team. Greco, shot. The fake. Greco again. Doesn't connect. St. Joe's really playing a fast-paced game right now. And right now it's not helping them on creating shots. Thompson, mid-range. Good. Timeout Marauders.
Getting the student section all hyped up right now.
It went from a 2-point game to a 9-point game that quick. I mean, and as I said, even before the timeout, Timon is not worried about how fast St. Joe's is playing. St. Joe's inbounding the ball right away, giving it to Glover, and Glover's pushing up the floor, hoping for Odom and Knox down there, and they're just taking sloppy, tough shots. While Timon and the crew over with Coach Rowe really telling their guys, hey, take your time, create the shot that you want and you like. And I mean, Parker's 3, Thompson's mid-range right there. All in all, just a fantastic shot selection for these Tigers right now.
And they're also playing pretty simple. They're not trying to chuck
They're not trying to do too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can help, and
it can also take.
Exactly. And for this Marauders team right now, I feel like that's taken away a lot of their good shot opportunities is how fast they're playing. Because guys like Greco and Jackson are going to have to rush up the court and then maybe even force a shot after just running up the full floor. There's Greco. Jackson down low. Jackson, that's good. 4:15 left in the fourth and final quarter.
Back to a 7-point lead.
Parker doesn't like the 3-ball. Kicks it out to Harrison. Harrison working around. Harrison going to drive. Kicks to Thompson. 3-ball. Doesn't go. Glover to the net. Jackson driving. Left hand. That's good. Solomon Jackson. Back-to-back buckets for the Marauders.
Wow. His ability to stop is amazing.
I mean, Glover's just a awe player. I mean, you really don't see.
I was talking about Humphrey.
Oh. And no good.
Oh.
As that will be Tigers basketball. And Vass will be checking in here for Odom. So more of a small ball look now for the Marauders. Trying to maybe try and go more fast-paced, as it is a 5-point game with 3:20 left to play in this one. The Marauders trying to find a look. Screen by Jackson. Doesn't like it. Jackson almost got open there, but Carlock shut that down quickly. Trying to find a shot out of the Marauders. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. Kicks it to Knox. To Jackson. Jackson jacks up a three. Doesn't go. Carlock rebound.
Sticky hands, sticky hands.
And Harrison pushes ball up here. Harrison finds Carlock. Humphrey to Thompson. Tigers swinging the ball around here. And Parker tried feeding it to Thompson. Doesn't like it. Long pass. Timon regains it. Timon driving to Harrison. Jab. Parker. Timon wants to kick it back out. However, they call a timeout. 2:27 left in this one. 5-point game. And St. Joe's is one foul away, or one foul committed away, in order to put in Timon into bonus. And I can't wait, once again, to see how this one plays out. I mean, this team has just played so together, and the Timon team in general have just done such a good job as playing as a unit as a whole.
I agree.
Ear bugging you?
Yeah, it hurts.
Like I said, you get used to these. And really, the Timon squad is leaning on each other right now for all the support that they can get, because they know that this is right now their game to lose. And I mean, and I feel like as long as you keep guys like Glover and Jackson out of this one, Timon's going to come away. And space is created on the side there, so the ball can be inbounded. And Humphrey on the inbound finds Carlock. Carlock to Harrison. Harrison thought about a shot, didn't like it.
And
Tigers trying to find an open look. Carlock pulls it back out.
The three, or they were.
Humphrey driving. Right hand floater. Shot's good!
Wow.
Jacob Humphrey to the net.
Glover
and
a little bit
finishes.
of a shove.
Greco, 3-ball.
That's no
Doesn't
good.
go. Humphrey there for the rebound.
7-point lead.
Parker, hop, skip, jump, fade. The fortune, no good. Harrison, spin move, no good. Thompson, rebound, back up, no good.
Oh, foul. Thompson looked like he got thrown. And foul on Kevin.
And, yeah, Thompson drawing the block there.
That's number 4 on Kevin.
62-55. 1:45 left in this one. And I mean, all around aggressive game. A lot of bodies being thrown. I mean, both sides have their big guys, but have their little guys also with physicality. I mean, Humphrey, very physical guy for his size. Glover, physical guy. I mean, these teams shape up nicely. They really do. And here's the inbound to Vass.
A little bit of a juggle from
to Glover. Rip through to Vass. Vass thought about a three, didn't like it. Out to Glover. To Knox. Knox, 3-ball. No good. Rebound, Carlock. Carlock slows things up. Gives it to Thompson. We are under 1:30 left to play in this one. Thompson bringing the ball up here. Draws the double team. Glover almost poked it out. And timeout called by the Tigers. It's going to be a full timeout. Both teams one foul away from putting the other team into bonus.
Minute 20 left.
A 7-point game in this one, folks. And what do you think Coach Rowe's going over with his team right now?
Slow down the tempo. I think.
I
You
agree.
gotta slow down the tempo. If you can draw a foul, that's great. Send yourself to the line. Extend the lead a little bit more. Give yourself a little bit of a cushion.
Well, I feel as though that the Tigers are playing at their own tempo. They created their tempo throughout the whole game.
They're just controlling.
They're playing controlled. They're not playing a fast-paced game. When they can, they're going to turn it up a little bit, but also they can slow things down. I mean, a lot of the shots that they've been taking has been deep into the shot clock, and I'm talking like single digits left in the shot clock because they want to work the ball around and find good shots. And here comes both teams back onto the floor. And there's Thompson drawing the double team. Thompson to the hoop. And going to the line.
Foul. Student section loving that.
So Jackson giving Thompson the good old whack on the arm. So Jackson drawing his third. And here's Thompson. Connects on the first. So Thompson knocking down that one. And here comes Thompson on the second. And a steady free throw shooter throughout all tonight. Thompson makes another.
I don't think he missed a single free throw.
Jackson up a three. Carlock rebound. Carlock drawing the foul. Carlock going to the line for the 1-and-1. Thompson letting his teammate know that he has to lock in right now. Minute and 4 seconds left in this one.
Coach Rowe telling them to slow it down a little bit.
Play their game. I mean, right now you have Thompson back. You have two guys down low, Humphrey at midcourt, and Carlock shooting these free throws. Connects on the first and is a 10-point lead for your Timon Tigers.
Let's go, Rob.
And now there's two guys at center court, Harrison and Humphrey. And here's Carlock on the second attempt. No good. Rebound, Jackson. Here's Glover pushing the floor. We are under a minute to go here. There's Jackson. Warrington forces the three. No good. Harrison, rebound. Harrison trying to dribble out of it. Draws the foul.
And he will go to the line.
Jaden Harrison getting the rebound. Controls it and is going to the line now.
Start the bus.
And that's what you even said during that timeout break. It's all about control and tempo. And that's really what these Tigers have done.
And when you have this much of a control of a game, then you've got to use that tempo to your advantage.
Correct. And here's Harrison. Doesn't go on the first. Still a 10-point lead. 48 seconds left. Glover, Greco, corner shot. Doesn't go. Rebound. Grable.
Wow.
Three ball. No. Thompson. Thompson bringing it up court. Thompson slams it home. Kevin Thompson.
I don't know what the call on the floor was. I do not care.
Oh, they called a foul on him, but Kevin still wanted to finish on that. And he exploded on the rim on that one. And here's Thompson for the 1-and-1 opportunity.
I think he might lead in scoring tonight. I'm not sure.
Connects. Thompson hit his first. Now a 11-point lead for the Tigers. No shot clock. 33.2 seconds left.
And happy birthday, they're singing to, what's his name?
Justin Glover?
Justin Glover.
Yeah, it was his birthday today, and I mean, Kev Thompson, who is a very close friend with Glover, like to say, yeah, I'd like to give him a L on his birthday, if you will. And there's Humphrey stolen. Now a 13-point game. Glover finds Jackson to Grable. No good. Glover, fadeaway shot. No good. Thompson, rebound. 10 seconds left. And dribbling this one out are the Tigers. There's Thompson. And the student section is rowdy as the Timon Tigers sweep the season series against the St. Joe's Marauders. A all-in-all fantastic game by both sides, but the effort by Timon, too much to handle for the Marauders.
You gotta love it.
And the next matchup for these Tigers will be against the Nichols Vikings on the 3rd. That's going to be a 6:30 start. So we hope to see you here back on WTSJ. Once again, a 69-55 lead, or W, for the Tigers. For Sean Glinsky, for Matt Conklin, for my boys in the booth,